Okay, let's go. Or is this just the before the pod sort of music type thing? So yeah.
You are now listening to The Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast.
Welcome back to The Backseat Critics. My name's RJ.
My name's Andrew, and this is a podcast where we review movies that you should steer clear of sometimes. And today we have a guest.
My name is Andrew Gebbie. Thank you all for having me on here.
Thank you for coming on.
A little bit about me. I have a background in radio production. I'm a musician in my spare time, and I'm a big fan of Bud Abbott and Lou Costello comedies, and I appreciate any movies with any special effect makeups. And so I appreciate you all for having me here. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And today we're actually reviewing the Spy Kids.
The Spy Kids, as he says, the Spy Kids.
I'm excited about this one. I mean, I grew up watching Spy Kids. Admittedly, I've been a fan as a kid, and now it's a completely different perspective now for me, seeing it with adult eyes. And
when was the last time you saw this?
So, I did do a refresher, so I did watch it recently today, but maybe the last time I saw it, I saw it maybe when it came out, maybe when it came out.
2001, 1999, somewhere around there.
I think so. Maybe, I would probably rented the VHS if it was ever on VHS, probably watched it with the brothers. And I remember going to see Spy Kids 2, but I totally missed 3. So
you missed nothing.
I missed out on those.
There's a 4 and 5 now, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Different cast?
I think Jessica Alba plays the mom now. And avoid at all cost.
Well, Jessica Alba's in it. I might reconsider.
Proceed with caution.
She plays one of the thumb people.
Jeremy Piven from Entourage. Have you guys ever seen Entourage?
Oh, yeah.
He's in it now too. I think he played a villain.
Oh, okay. I think he'd make a good villain.
Yeah. I actually enjoy him personally.
Yeah,
for the most part. But he's in one of them.
I dig it. Okay, all right.
I think he's in 4. I could be wrong.
But today we were talking about 1.
Number 1, The Spy Kids.
We usually do a 1-minute summary.
Man, throwing it over to me on the 1-minute summary. Yeah. I mean,
you're on the clock.
Really, the movie opens up with 2 spy parents, and
I'm starting this one. Sorry.
I don't know if I can make it. I got to give.
It's okay. I haven't even started yet, so you're okay.
The abridged version.
But guess what?
No worries. Now you have 45 seconds left.
35 seconds left.
No,
so
you got
45. 45.
We got
seconds.
some good time actually. He's okay. But
you started now?
Yeah.
I was going off this clock.
Oh, my bad. So you got 50 seconds.
Well, 2 gorgeous parents have these 2 kids, and they're spies, and their kids don't know about it. And all of a sudden they get in trouble, and their kids got to bail them out. It's really that easy. I mean, it's run and gun, high octane fun. I think that's kind of it in a nutshell. No?
Yeah.
I feel like I was let down. We're not even 1 minute in. We got 20 seconds left, and I give you so much leeway, and yet no, here we are. We didn't even talk about Uncle Machete, the fake uncle. I feel let down. The Floop. Where's Floop? Where's Alan coming?
I wanted to talk about Floop. Floop is, I think, a great villain for this movie, and it's a weird Bond kind of villain where it's like Elon Musk meets Liberace. It's like it's like the weirdest villain, and it's dark, and that's what I loved about Floop.
No, he like as a kid, like he was so entertaining. Anytime he was on screen, it's just like, what is he going to do? But he's just like, he was such a drama queen.
Alan Cumming.
It's just
eccentric.
That's him in a nutshell. Anyway,
like Alan Cumming just ate the set on this. He ate the set. He ate the grips. He ate the director. No one survived.
I thought he made a great character. Just all of the humor and running the TV show. And I love the betrayal. He was backstabbed. He wasn't even really
like the villain.
Yeah. And then
no, it was
Every movie likes a good, or everybody likes a good twist.
it was Tony Shalhoub, I think.
thank you. Yeah.
Who's Minion, who's the real villain.
Yep. Which is surprising because was this one of Tony Shalhoub's only villain roles?
Wait,
Oh, really?
isn't that Monk?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Monk. That's right.
Splinter in the live action one, the new live action one.
Was
Oh,
that
really?
Tony Shalhoub?
Is
That was that's
No kidding.
yeah.
No way.
Test me on my Ninja Turtles. Hey, new fact. Yeah, look at that. Welcome to the Backseat Critics, Gabby.
Thank you.
Andrew's looking it up just to be safe now. He's like, I don't want to spill no bad facts out there.
Wait, he was in 13 Ghosts?
Yeah, he was. He was. He wasn't the. Yeah, was he the? He's the main character, I believe, in it.
Galaxy Quest.
Yep.
Oh, I
Holy-
forgot about Galaxy Quest.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Great
right.
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Rare 10 out of 10 for me.
Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It grew on me.
You got Snape in there.
Yeah.
Alan
Yeah,
Rickman.
Alan
Yeah.
Rickman. Yep.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Barton Fink, Gattaca.
You're still
Cars-
checking that
Cars
TMNT?
2. How far down does this go? He was in Adam's Family Values? I don't remember him in that.
Cannot recall a time that I've seen that all the way
Teenage
through.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Look at that. See,
You
test
got
me
it.
on my
You knew it.
TMNT.
out
You
of the
knew it.
shadows. So it's a Michael Bay.
Test me on my TMNT. I'm not gonna fail.
It's the Michael Bay version. Does it actually count?
You know what? I'm all for TMNT.
No, it doesn't.
I'm all for TMNT. I'm not gonna fail on TMNT.
It's Michael Bay.
I'm not gonna fail. Ask me about the original actors, I will fail. Here we are.
So, Andrew, if you
Yes.
could take any character in this movie
Mm,
and swap them with a different actor,
mm.
recast them, who would you go with?
You know, I think that's really tough. I loved Antonio Banderas' role in this film, and I thought he was really funny.
Don't say you're gonna replace him.
I would maybe do John Leguizamo, maybe, but
That's fair.
That's a gut punch.
but I don't know.
That's a gut punch. Oh my goodness.
I would want to see, maybe Benicio del Toro make a appearance.
Spicus.
I
Okay.
think it could be a good fit.
As
Yeah.
the dad.
maybe. Well, I don't know, but yeah, it would be funnier.
Or
What?
No, you don't like that. You don't like
I
that.
don't want that at all.
well, who would you go with?
For the dad, Antonio Banderas.
No, I mean as an actor swap.
I am gonna replace. I don't know the actor's name off the top of my head. But Junie's gotta go.
Junie's gotta
Junie's
go.
gotta
You
go.
don't like Junie?
No.
What's wrong with Junie?
Yeah.
No. This movie has a lot of Hispanic culture around it.
Yeah, it does.
And so Junie does not belong. He does not belong.
Wait, RJ.
What?
Explain why.
Anyways, Junie does not belong. So the kid from Wizards of Waverly Place, the youngest.
I've not seen it.
I know you haven't, but that's who belongs.
I'm trying to think who is that?
We got the Google machine here,
Oh, okay.
and
Don't worry. We'll edit this. By we, I mean I will edit this.
Well, I know I'm
Jake T. Austin.
Okay.
Jake T. Austin. Jake T. Austin.
That's your replacement.
That's my replacement. That's this movie. I mean, you got Danny Trejo, you got
Yep.
Cheech Martin.
I'm not replacing Carla Gugino. There's no way I can replace her.
Oh, the kid?
No, the mom.
The mom.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Did you know?
So-
fun fact, really quick. Can I dive in on that? You look at me weird.
No, because you
No.
might be diving on the same topic I'm about to dive in on.
She was scared to play actually the
Yep.
mom.
Yeah, because she thought she was too young.
Oh, really? How old was
Not
she?
29.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
Robert Rodriguez, who is the director, said, hey, my mom was 29 when I was 10, 11, 12. Like,
Why not?
yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
And that's when she
Um,
dived in.
Yeah. That's what sold her on it.
I thought she did good in the role. I mean,
I thought she
I mean,
did fine.
I mean, what are you going to put Penelope Cruz in place or what?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I'd be down with it. Fun fact also too, Danny Trejo has a weird tattoo on. No, that's Salma Hayek. Never mind. Anyways, continue.
Weirdest mix-up ever.
Well, okay, so he's got a tattoo on his chest that he got when he was in jail. He came out. He did a movie with Salma Hayek, and Salma Hayek was just like, "Hold up, like that's me." And he goes, "Whoa, that is you."
Okay. I thought you were saying Selma Hayek had a tattoo.
No, Danny Trejo. Danny
I thought Danny
Trejo.
Trejo.
No.
and Selma Hayek.
He had
No,
a tattoo of
I
Salma
got
Hayek on his chest, and I think that's kind of wild. Right?
And he said, "I want Selma Hayek on
No,
my chest."
no,
doesn't.
He
doesn't.
He just got a girl put
Fair
on his
enough.
chest inside of jail. Came out of
Yeah,
jail.
yeah.
Did a movie with Salma Hayek, and he was just like, "Oh my goodness!" So he has a weird somehow of a tattoo of Salma Hayek on his chest.
Well. On a side note, I knew who it's the wrestler Bautista. I think he got
Dave Bautista.
Batista?
I think he got a Peaky Blinders tattoo or something similar to that.
Really?
And then you're gonna have to help me
Good
with the
whiskey.
name. It's Killian Murphy. So
Oh,
he
Cillian.
Cillian, yeah. I think he actually has Cillian Murphy tattooed on him, but it wasn't like it's not supposed to be Cillian.
It just
but,
happened to be him.
but it's the look of Peaky Blinders. Yeah, so he's like, I guess I have him tattooed on me.
That's pretty rad.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Same sort of
That's
thing.
awesome.
Who are you replacing in this?
So I'm
Because Gabby messed it up already. So who do you got?
I'm gonna mess up further.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh!
all
I swear, not with this movie.
100%. Who plays Floop?
No, why?
You
Why
gotta
are we
replace
replacing
Floop. All
Alan
right,
Cumming?
I'll hear you out. I'll hear you out.
I'm not.
I'm coming.
Okay, go for it. Ruined my night.
He knows.
Yep, go for it.
Who is it?
Oh, who do you think? Have you listened to an episode?
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty entertaining.
Oh,
Exactly.
I think it would be
No,
funny.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like Paul Cumming, like you expect for like
Paul
the
Cumming.
theatric. I've already replaced him.
Yeah.
You combined them into one person. Now we have Paul Cummings.
Could you imagine?
Hey, now he's running the show
Uh,
Traitors.
Like Alan Cumming, you already expect for like the theatrics, the like grandeur of like his character. Let's get Paul Giamatti in there. See what he can do
I think it would be pretty funny.
No.
for just
Stop
like
encouraging
comedic
this man.
effect.
Stop encouraging this man. I'm gonna go further with this.
I mean, the whole cast. I mean, it's really incredible. Like there's a lot of big names in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like when I rewatched it, I was like, I don't remember all of these celebrities in there.
Was it Cheech or Chong?
Yeah,
Cheech
Chong-
Martin.
uh,
Cheech Martin.
yep,
Yeah.
You gotta have him
Who's
in
the
there.
uncle?
Yep.
The fake uncle.
The fake
Yep.
uncle.
Yep.
We already have a fake uncle. Are you a real uncle?
Weirdly becomes the villain in the second movie.
No.
Wait. I thought the villain in the second
villain-
movie. I thought that was Steve Buscemi.
No.
No, am I mixing that up?
No, you're mixing that up. It is the
It is a fake uncle that they have a final fight with.
no.
Oh.
No, it's the guy who starts to run the kid section or whatever, the spy kid section. Cheech Martin is the guy who sends him out or lets them get into the boat and take over the mission in the end.
Yeah.
Like he's not actually the
okay.
real.
Okay, I'm mixing him up. Mixing him up.
It's some guy that's
I was thinking it was Chong with the shaved head was the
it was Chong. He wasn't in the movie, so it was Chong.
You know who is in the movie, which which blew my mind rewatching it, and I would have never known it as a kid, is Mike Judge is in it. He's
really
Yeah, he is the secret agent that gets turned into one of those
like the thumb people or the grotesque.
the floops or the fooglies.
Is he the first one? The one that gets caught?
I think so. He's the one who gets caught, and then he gets mutated into this and gets put onto a television show.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
How
that is
sick
awesome.
and twisted are you? Like, to do that. Like you mentioned the darkness of Floop already.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
to turn somebody into like this thing, and then okay, now we're making a TV show for kids off of it.
And we're gonna keep them in a dungeon and then cart them out and shoot a television show.
And they're chained while they're shooting it.
And it's that, and it's like
Wait, is that not normal?
well, and it's also like
Barney is still on set.
What Reading Rainbow did you watch? Because mine had Samuel L. Jackson in it.
There's snakes on this show.
well, and like as a kid, you'd hear like, oh, play this record backwards, and you'll hear like Satan, and they have that in there. Where if you play these guys talking backwards, it goes, Floop is a madman, help me, save me. Like,
wait, is that what?
Yeah,
No
like
kidding.
like the movie.
The
movie is like so dark.
I missed that.
No, they should. Remember, have you ever seen Little Nicky by chance?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
There's a part where they're like, "Oh yeah, Ozzy Osbourne. If you play it backwards, oh hail Satan or whatever." And then like, Adam Sandler's character is like, "No, play Chicago backwards." That was great.
Fun fact: different movie, TV show. Twin Peaks. Have either of you seen it?
Oh yeah, I love Twin
I have
Peaks.
not.
Yeah.
So you might know this. When they're in the Black Lodge, the characters that speak kind of oddly, like the Dorfer the Giant,
Right.
are actually speaking backwards in person, phonetically.
Oh, interesting.
And then they reverse the footage.
Huh.
So it gives them like a really
Whoa.
weird like lilt.
Interesting.
So what you're seeing when they're on camera is footage reversed.
That makes it even more of a dream state kind of
Exactly.
hallucination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the I think it was I'm forgetting his name. But the guy that played the giant.
Mm-hmm.
I think he played Lurch and Adam Sandler.
That's right. Yeah.
He actually knew how to phonetically speak backwards.
Oh my goodness.
And he had to train like other actors on how to do it
Wild.
while doing like Twin Peaks.
Didn't musicians do that recently with or not recently, like 2005, where they made like that pillow movie? Like they like made a song about a pillow and they like did it backwards. And maybe I'm crazy. I'll send it to you later. It's okay. Let's continue. You got looking at me like, oh gosh.
Well, I'm a big metalhead, and band Whitechapel. I know the singer. He would write lyrics out, and then he would do the same thing. He would pronounce it backwards and scream it, and it's just like
That's crazy.
It's like the heaviest sounding thing when it's like it sounds like you're
Blackchapel?
Whitechapel, and it sounds like he's speaking in tongues. It's just it's this wild.
So we like
effect.
the double kick, or we?
Oh yeah.
Double kick.
I mean, it's got to be garbage cans falling down the stairs, kind of metal. I always give my dad a hard time about it because he likes metal, but it's like Judas Priest. That's like as hard as he can go, and everything after Judas Priest is hate rock to him, and so like that's what he calls it. So I'm always like, hey, try this out.
Give it a go.
Why are you all looking at me?
I was looking to see where you're going to go with this.
I just said Paul Giamatti would be a better Floop than Floop.
I like that pick, though.
Was it just me in this movie, or like right off the bat when Cheech Martin says, "I'm not your uncle"? You're like, when I watched this as a kid, I'm like, nah, that's their uncle. Did anybody else have that feeling when they watch it for the very first time? You're like, no, okay, you just believe him right off the bat.
I believe him.
Okay, I watched them in Nash Bridges, and I'm like, no, you're their uncle. Or Cheech and Chong? No, nobody watched no Cheech and Chong.
No. If he's like, hey, here's a Reese's, and there's no razor blade in it, I'm buying it.
And I bought it in the movie. I'm like, now you're their uncle. Like, I don't know. You always grew up like I grew up with like my dad's best friend was my uncle. That was their uncle to me. I don't know if you guys ever had that. No. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Next topic. That's cool. What?
Do you think this movie could have like come out 2010, 2011? What would that look like to you guys?
Terrible. Actually, I'll let Kevin go.
Yeah, I don't know on that one. I think again, I'm just going back to. I mean, the movie is so dark, and I just think, maybe it would have to be done in a different light. I don't know how you would do it. But
do you think they would have actually hit on that darkness in 2010, 2011, in the 2010 era?
Yeah.
Do you think they would have actually hit that darkness, or like, nah, it's too dark?
maybe it was just a product of its time. But it's hard for me to say. I mean, I feel like a lot of kids movies really have stupid slapstick humor, and sure, there's slapstick humor in this, but it's like really done tastefully. It's not like all fart and burp jokes.
No,
no, through the movie, but yeah.
I think if it was in 2010, it would have been terrible. The CGI would have been terrible. The acting would have been terrible. These actors and actresses would not have been in this movie, and they would have been somebody like it would have been a made-for-TV movie easily. This was actually made for theaters, and it was, and it showed.
So that's a crazy part for me is like this movie was obviously filmed not from a viewer perspective, but it was filmed prior to 9/11. A lot of movies after 9/11 took a very dark, very like introspective type turn, for better or worse. This movie was filmed, edited, almost released before then. And so like, I don't really get any of that. I feel like if it was released in like 2010, I feel like it would have been trying to be darker.
It would have
Like
been made for TV.
Trying to be edgier. I do agree it would be made for TV. I just think it would be trying too hard.
It would have been
it landed at the right time.
Yeah.
Nowadays it would have been a streaming movie, probably. Like one that,
most movies are.
well, I mean, it would have been one where you like, oh, what's this? Spy Kids? Okay, like let's buy into that real quick, and then just play it on for kids, probably. And it'd been probably worse than what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think though the movie, I think it still holds up like as like a relatively decent movie. Just because it's just not like a regular kids movie. Like sure, it has all those tropes in there, but it like like a lot of kids movies, like Shrek has a lot of adult humor in there.
This one,
and
maybe here and there.
Yeah, I mean, it's
bad.
It's not like Shrek or like vulgar or anything like that. But like one of the scenes I love is when Antonio Banderas is dropping his kids off at school, and then there's like this like bully dad who's like, "What are you going to do about it?"
Yeah,
and he has this like fantasy of like he just like I don't know, he like picks him up and throws him.
The crap out of him,
and all basically. The kids like cheer, and so it like as an adult, you have those like, wouldn't it be great if I did that? That's what I should have said to him. And it's like, it's still like incorporating that in a kid's movie. Like it's still like trying to relate to the parents too, instead of it like, this is just for kids.
That's something that like, off topic, but like Pixar nails.
Yeah.
Is like the jokes for the adults, especially in their like older stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember like Picasso jokes and like some innuendo jokes and like the early Pixar stuff like Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Incredibles, and like that's the stuff of like kids movie of that time. I don't know if you really get that now. I'm not saying that because of like cancel culture or anything stupid like that, but just like I just don't think that's happening now.
I mean, they tried that movie recently. Paramount did with Jack Black and the Satan Christmas.
What is this one with Jack? You said Jack Black is in it.
Jack Black. He plays a demon that
he
acts as Santa Claus.
A kid writes a letter to say Santa, and
he misspells because he's dyslexic. Shout out to my dyslexic people. But anyways, he is dyslexic and spells Satan instead of Santa.
And so Jack Black plays Satan.
He's actually a demon plot twist at the end. I think Ben Stiller is actually Satan in the end.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And they did a lot of, I guess, more jokes inside of that, but it's not played off as well. Like the movie, Andrew, you sat here probably for like 30, 40 minutes that you saw of it, maybe even 50 of it.
Yeah. Like I saw like 2/3 of it, and
it's aimless.
Yeah.
right? Like nothing hit. There's no plot really. Like you're just like, what are you watching?
It's just like one-off jokes. Things focused around like one-off jokes rather than building around a plot.
So
and like jokes around that and like around the characters.
So they can't really write these days. I think they maybe rely on AI too much.
But speaking of AI, what unrelated, I guess. Out of any spy movie that you've ever seen, what spy gadget would you want to see in this movie, and how would you see that implemented?
Wow, because I'll let Gibby go.
That's a tough one. I mean, I'm trying to.
You're just passing off.
I'm trying to think.
He's the
of,
guest. He should go first.
I'm trying to think. Because like, what were the gadgets in this? Like, they had the bubble gum,
Yeah.
the electro bubble gum, which got them out of a pinch. What did they have? The acid crayon. Or something that like melted steel bars,
Yeah.
I think the gadgets in this movie were better than any gadgets in any spy movie. I'm gonna go on a limb on this and say that.
They were so great because it was like kids' toys,
exactly.
it was just
so
literal Spy Kids. Yeah, it was all Spy Kids.
Wasn't the putty like explosive?
I think what do they have, like silly string, something that made it like concrete or something.
Yeah.
And then
there was a watch. Wasn't it a watch something where like he like repelled down by it? Or am I misremembering?
I'm trying to think.
That might have been the second one.
I don't know.
Might have.
I remember
we saw them back to back, so
gotcha.
Yeah, we did.
Well, then the wife also had the ring that cut the rope
Mm-hmm.
when they were tied up.
The world's tiniest camera.
Yeah. Yep.
When they got the machete, he had some pretty sick gear.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather have Machete as my cue. You know.
Yeah.
That's
Gear you up.
Yeah.
By the way, fun fact, I guess. Machete is one of the few R-rated spin-offs of a kids movie. There's a Machete like movie series.
Yeah.
That's based off his character in Spy Kids.
I think that's wild. It's like
awesome.
It's like he created this like universe, and that's just like so funny that Robert Rodriguez doing these films
exactly
did a kids movie and still managed to like keep it all
so
in the universe.
This was going to be my quiz question. I wasn't sure how to poise it. Screw it, whatever. He edited this movie on film in his basement.
Garage.
It was garage. It was his basement.
It was high tech though.
He had some like CRT monitors just set up in his basement, and he edited it all on there.
Oh, that's wild.
He had state-of-the-art equipment back in the day for it.
He's one of those filmmakers that you read about, where he's just low budget, all DIY. He did everything himself. He had to offload some of the special effects to Skywalker Ranch, which is like Star Wars and stuff like that. And they introduced him like, hey, try digital. This was his last film movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Because of that introduction.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, I always have an appreciation for directors that just get their hands dirty and they go, I'm going to do the soundtrack. I'm going to do the editing. I'm going to do, like just
so really like hands-on.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to do this myself.
It's just like it's a truer product.
Yeah.
And I mean, jumping into the other Spy Kids 2. I can't remember the last time I watched Spy Kids 2, but that's not as good. It's not as good as the first one.
Buddy.
It's like,
yeah, buddy.
Like you like 2?
I do like 2 more. I do like 2 a little bit more.
2 is a harder sell, I thought.
Yeah, you like 2?
Do you like?
We're gonna stop the recording now.
Do you like 2 more than the original?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hot take right there.
My guy.
I just think as a movie, like as a kid especially, like it was just more entertaining to me.
Okay, let's ask this. Let's ask this question. How did you view 1?
It was good.
No,
I liked it.
how'd you view it? Like, where was it at a friend's house? Did you like watch it by yourself?
No, I saw it in theaters.
Okay, how'd you view it too?
In theaters.
Okay. That's fair. They're both in the same
What
aspect.
angle are you going at here?
Well, for me, I viewed one at a friend's house. We built a fort. We built a blanket fort.
okay.
You know, we got.
If I'm being honest, in 2, I would 100% replace Steve Buscemi with Paul Giamatti.
That might have been good. That would have been better. But I mean, we built a blanket fort. We got the snacks. We got the gear. Like we watched one.
Look at you bragging about having friends.
It was great. Spy Kids 1, and then when Spy Kids 2 came out, I caught it on TV.
Hey.
No, it's good.
Okay.
No, she'll knock it over.
Well, I mean, what they probably had Spy Kids Happy Meals. So you had to get the toy. You get the toy. All the shameless ad revenue.
I remember definitely. My parents every Tuesday would go to McDonald's and I'd try to get the Happy Meal so I can build a little bug. That was in Spy Kids 2.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say though, Spy Kids 2, I did love all the crazy creations, concoctions of all those animals.
It was a kids-friendly version of Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yes.
And this is why I like it better than 1. I really like the story of Dr. Moreau, but I don't think there's been a good screen adaptation of it.
Yeah. Except the Marlon Brando one.
No.
Yeah, I'm messing with you.
Hard no.
Yeah.
Spy Kids 2 is probably the best screen adaptation of that. Like just on entertainment value.
Yeah. Even though watching the effects like back as a kid,
oh my God,
I'm like,
it's horrible.
I'm like, wait a minute. Like even as a kid, I'm like, I don't know about this one. Like
Robert Rodriguez, the thumb characters. What do you call them?
The thumb thumbs.
Thumb thumbs.
Yeah.
Thank you. He based those on drawings that he did as a kid.
Shout out to that. That's legit.
Yeah. So like that's I don't know. Like that's awesome to me.
I mean, I just think he like fleshed out a universe that like even if you don't like the universe, I still think it's
thought through.
It's very unique.
Yeah.
The characters are pretty well established. It's a wild movie. Rewatching it, it was crazier than what I remember as a kid.
It's weird. It's a weird aesthetic.
Yeah.
Too. Because it feels like a step above like a PBS made for TV movie, but also feels like different than like a Tim Burton movie at that time.
That I'm glad you brought up Tim Burton. I could see Tim Burton doing a spin-off or something like.
I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, I think that would be unique if he did his own rendition of Spy Kids. It'd be so much creepier.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Darker.
Yeah.
Floop would have been a lot more fun.
Well, who do you replace for Floop? You
Paul Giamatti.
Floop? Man,
Yeah,
I
Paul
can't.
You
Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah,
that was great casting. I mean, if we're gonna go to Tim Burton now, that's Johnny Depp right there, though.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Is that not Johnny Depp?
I think I could see it.
And who's playing the mom?
Helena Bonham Carter.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's who it is. That's the mom. Yeah. Johnny Depp's in there.
Paul Giamatti.
He's in there. Has he been in a Tim Burton movie? That'd be fun to look at.
I don't think so.
That'd be fun to look at. I don't know. Right? No,
I don't know. I'm trying to think. When I think of Paul Giamatti, I think of Big Fat Liar. I don't know. I don't know why I think of
Marty
that.
Wolf.
Marty
Wolf.
I never even saw that movie. I just remember wanting to see it as a kid.
Oh, really?
And what else is? I don't know what else Paul Giamatti is in.
So that's the first movie I actually kind of saw him in, and then as I've gone along, I'm like, oh crap, that's so and so
Paul
from
Giamatti.
Big Fat Liar.
Yeah,
and then it grew from there. I'm like, okay, and then it turned into Paul Giamatti, which WWE terms is Paul Heyman. Gabby knows what's
I like Paulie. Yeah.
I'm out of lip here, but Paul Giamatti's Paul Giamatti. I think he's a gold standard. He should have been Spider-Man.
Paul Heyman has a gold standard too, but it's okay.
No, he was Planet of the Apes with
yes,
the Tim Burton one.
He was.
He was, I think,
absolutely.
Was he Cornelius?
He was a doctor. No, the doctor was
he was one of the apes.
He was pro-human.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Which is weird because in real life, I don't know if you know this, Paul Giamatti is actually pro-ape.
He's pro-ape?
Yeah.
Over human, Gotta go with the ape.
Go with the ape.
What was the
3 of his ex-wives are apes?
Whoa. Whoa. Woo. What was the ape that died?
Paul Giamatti?
No, not Paul Giamatti.
He died.
The one that got shot.
That was Paul Giamatti.
No. The one that got shot in the zoo.
Oh, Harambe?
Harambe. He's pro Harambe.
Oh, of course.
The anchor being
his wife. One of his second wife was the cousin of Harambe.
Oh man. Rip. Anyway, Spy Kids. Go back to that Spy Kids stuff.
When I rewatched it, again, you have your kid lens and you have your adult lens, and I love the shameless ad revenue that they put in there. I don't know if you guys caught it, but they snuck in McDonald's.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think High C
that
they put in there.
Well, High C is part of McDonald's, is it not?
I don't know. I don't know, but
I've shamelessly went to McDonald's recently, and I believe that's there.
There you go. Yeah,
it's there. It's one of their soda machines.
But the ironic thing, though, is I love how they have the kids' TV show and they're selling merchandise. So they're like making fun of it, but they're like, we're gonna sneak in a McDonald's ad.
I'm surprised that Nike wasn't part of hey, check out these new Nikes by Foodleys.
I mean, again, I mentioned Elon Musk. They got the jetpacks in there. Maybe SpaceX wants to get in on the Spy Kids edition.
Too little, too late. Too little, too late.
Well, what stuck out to you guys about the movie? Like in terms of maybe like a plot point or something that was just like a scene.
That's a good question.
That you're like, all right, okay, this movie is off the rails, or you know what? It's actually kind of a good movie. I just don't want to tell anyone.
Set design. It wasn't full OPB, Reading Rainbow cheap set, but it also wasn't full. What came out around that time that was over budgeted? Iron Man.
Iron Man was 6 years down the road. 4 years down the road. 5 years down the road. Somewhere around there. 5 to 7 years down the road.
The set felt real. It didn't feel, because there's a lot of CG sets coming out around the time. So it felt physical.
House.
Yeah. It just felt physical. It felt real. There wasn't really any CG add-ons to glam stuff up. Especially when we got to Floop's Fortress Island.
Mm-hmm.
It felt so unique in it was over budget for a TV show, but it was under budget for a feature-length movie. So it had this physical set design. Whereas was it Pirates? Was it around the same time?
Pirates was around the same time, as about a year or two apart, but
yeah, same time as Pirates. So it didn't feel like it had any CG kind of glam up, for lack of other word there. It just,
besides
this is what it is.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like Attack of the Clones or
Thank you.
or
Yeah.
like even I mean, Lord, love Lord of the Rings, but like some of those scenes didn't necessarily age too well with that blue or
Absolutely.
green screen.
Yeah. The bigatures. But yeah, it's just like, this is what it is. Take it or don't.
Yeah,
And this felt like kind of the last mainstay of that.
Mm.
This Lord of the Rings to a certain extent, Star Wars, no. But like other movies, like this was just kind of the era of like, these are the physical sets that we're giving you. This is it. Anything following this just felt like over CG'd or maybe trying too hard to be that real gritty Chris Nolan type thing. I don't know, that's my opinion.
Well, and even the Fooglies, they're real.
Yeah,
they're not
they're like prosthetic
costume.
face.
Yeah, and even at the pinnacle of the movie, when Tony Shalhoub gets his facelift,
Yeah.
it's still
It's still
real
prosthetics,
makeup.
yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, like he's in Men in Black, gets his face
That's right.
shot off, and he's like shrunken down headwise, and like slowly grows up, and that's all CG.
Right.
And that is a movie, like I love Men in Black, but like that movie has too much CG in it. At least in my opinion.
What do you think stuck out about Spy Kids to you?
I mean, being Hispanic, I like the Hispanic culture
Yeah.
of it. It just kind of hit. I've seen Danny Trejo, Antonio Banderas, Cheech Martin, just come in and make a comic kids movie based off what their past was. I mean, you got Cheech and Chong, Antonio Banderas around this time is doing like Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Danny Trejo's kind of, he's the bad boy. But here we are, we're making a kids movie about Hispanic culture with spies. And I figured that kind of made you get the terracotta houses. They kind of hit on the culture a little bit. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's kind of the first of its kind to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like it.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, yes. Yeah. I felt like it. Maybe I'm wrong. But I mean, just based off the movies that came out, I would agree with that statement.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the movie like portrays it well, where it's like, it's the whole family
Exactly.
in it together. Where, I mean, sure, the kids are bailing the parents out, but it does a good job of like, it's the whole family.
Yep. And they're ready to fight like an army of
Robots?
robot kids. Like, didn't you say like, okay, you take the left and you take the right and you go left middle and you go right middle. Okay, break. Like they were ready to fight. And then didn't they like huddle up like instead, like Antonio Banderas just like kind of hugged them instead before like they turned?
Well, what happened? So Floop turns.
Yeah, he turned them all.
And then he's like, all right, I'll shut them all off. Or he like
turned them good, right?
Yeah, he turned them good. And then to take out all the financiers from like the Cayman Islands, or something
Yeah.
like
Of
course,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what you got? What you got that stood out to you for it?
I'm trying to think of something else that's really unique about the movie. Again, always mentioning the darkness in there. I also think, though, the movie is just what Robert Rodriguez did is just really smart in that, like doing the kids show, and there's the propaganda in there, and like he kind of like admits that like there's like these ulterior motives in kids shows, whether you want to call them psyops or whatever, or
try to swing them a certain way, or like get them to think certain things.
And whether you believe in that or not, I just think it's interesting that he put that in the movie and just like kind of has like some honesty about that. And that's more of an adult theme about it. But I bet you parents are like, yeah, my kid watches this silly show and it's brainwashing him. And that's what the dad says in the beginning. He's like, what is this? It's like drawing all these hideous creatures,
Shot to death to Smoochie.
Future episode, maybe. I texted you both a picture of the editing setup that Robert Rodriguez had set up for this movie. And this was the last movie that he had this set up for.
Wow.
This was in his own home. Skywalker Ranch introduced him to both digital media, but also like, hey, we can edit things remotely. We can edit things on a proper studio, not your house. That's a swanky setup. Mm-hmm. He was involved with Till Dusk Till Dawn. And I think another movie I'm forgetting prior to that.
Another movie,
but like that kind of setup for editing this movie is just like, it's so just, this is what it is.
Didn't he take Carmen to like a movie beforehand? I know this is off topic, but didn't he take Carmen to him? I think there's a story that he took Carmen, the girl who plays Carmen, the sister, to a movie before this. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
And then he said, you're going to be better. And that's how you got, that's how you landed the actress that played Carmen. Sorry. Anyways, continue about the setup. That was totally off topic.
I don't know. When I was in college taking like film classes, we had to read a book by Robert Rodriguez, filmmaker without a crew or something like that, spun off of Rebel Without a Cause, where it's just Robert Rodriguez. It's written by Robert Rodriguez, and he's talking about his methods for filmmaking and the low budget kind of shortcuts that he would take.
That guy knows how to land a cast.
Yeah.
He knows how to sell somebody on his cat, like to get on.
But just like stuff. The things like lighting, like sets, stuff like that he would just do himself or have people close to him do for cheaper than like a full budget Hollywood movie. And he would just take those cuts and implement that, like, hey, we have this excess budget. Let's use it for cast.
Well, and like him doing the editing, like, I mean, the editors have so much control over the movie. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, sure, the directors and producers have a lot of power too, but I mean, that's the final say is the edit. Yeah. And being able to have that creative control and maybe cut the budget that way. And I mean, the movie probably may not be a hit if someone else edited the movie. So if someone came in and said, it should be edited this way.
So we can say Spy Kids is the director's cut.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask is like, what are your guys' thoughts on like director's cuts? Like, should those be theatrical releases?
It's tough. I mean, it's different for every movie. This is completely off topic. I saw the director's cut or whatever, the full edition of Dumb and Dumber. Have you guys seen that?
That is not the movie I thought you were going to say.
Well, I'm a huge fan of the original Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
And hilarious. And then I watched the like unrated, unedited, or whatever it was called, right?
Right.
And the humor is so much darker, and it's like it's like over the top, like the waitress. They kind of goof off with the waitress, right? And it's funny in the original cut, and then the waitress is like just totally rude, and Jim Carrey goes like, "Oh, my soda's flat," and then she grabs it and then blows bubbles into it through the straw, like she's just a total savage. Like people are like ruder. They're a lot ruder in the original cut, and it's like people are they're just more mean, and it's like it's not as like lighthearted as the original Dumb and Dumber.
I actually forget, it was in the 80s or 90s. There was a legislation that was passed through to try to make American comedies and like anything that was like trying to have a certain theme to it have a lesson. And British comedies didn't have that. They were just rude. They were abhorrent for just the sake of comedy, because the context was the joke, not what was the words that were said. Which is why you have such a separation between like Mel Brooks comedies with like Blazing Saddles and was it To Be or Not to Be, the Nazi one?
I never saw the Nazi one.
I don't know that one. No.
But like stuff like that, and then like modern comedies where they're just like much more lighthearted. They're like teaching a lesson about like, hey, we're all in this together, which fine. But like from a comedy standpoint, like that just doesn't land as well.
It can be a harder sell. I mean, like The Hangover is one of the greatest comedies of all time, and it's like really not like, sure, it resolves and everything, and the best friend gets married and everything like that. But
right.
like the point is to watch all the debauchery leading up to that point,
right.
I mean, yeah, like, I love Tommy Boy, but Tommy Boy, it like
never saw it.
It concludes, right? He like saves his
saves the family business,
Mm-hmm.
but you just want to see Chris Farley just do his physical humor, and
Fat guy in a little coat.
yeah.
Yep.
Great tag team though, David Spade and Chris
Black
Farley.
Sheep, too.
You're gonna have to see
Okay.
Tommy Boy. It's
Okay.
not gonna hit as hard for you now that you're an adult, but
It's good.
it's a classic.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll probably hit as hard.
You'll like it, I think.
For a co-host of a movie review podcast, I don't watch as many movies as you think I would.
So, Gabby,
Yes.
we have a rule here.
Okay.
No sevens.
Oh.
1 through 10. Where would you rank this movie? 7's a cop out.
7 is
Oh.
100% a cop out.
Well, I'm judging this from like its demographics and
No judgment.
no judgment.
Also, ranking kids. Would you let kids watch this? No. Yes.
Oh, I think it's a great. I think honestly, it's a 9 out of 10 for a kids movie. But for a movie, it's a 5.
Five.
Like I'm definitely
as an adult, it's a 5.
as an adult, I'm definitely entertained. But I'm not the demo now. And again, like I mentioned earlier, I grew up watching the movie, and so it's like I have a soft spot for it. So I'm biased. Like I can't. Rewatching it. I'm like, okay, all right, but is it like a coherent movie that like tracks like.
Like beginning to end.
Yeah,
No.
like there's silly logic jumps, obviously. But like from point A to point B, like I think it stands up. So I'm gonna give it a solid 5.
What you got on this one?
7.
This guy.
So I'm going to give it a 6. I think it stands up okay. It's not so beaten down with like, we have to teach a lesson, that its plot is muddled. Its plot is not perfect by any means.
No.
But for what it is and for what it's trying to be, I think it's pretty good. The sets are, what they are. Hey,
Fourth guest.
Like I think it's totally like just admissible. I don't know if that's the right word for this context, but like you're A-okay to show kids this. There's nothing offensive about this unless you're offended by a finger lady and thumb people.
I honestly don't even think like most movies, it's hard to stand the test of time. And this movie is like the least offensive. Like there's no joke in there that was like, whoa, they can't make that in this era. Right. It's
It's just
It's straightforward.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like,
not relying on like hacky humor or anything.
It's so honest. Like, this is what it is. Take it or don't. That's what I love about it. Has it aged well? No. A lot of the CG, the effects, the plot holes are just kind of like, they don't hold up as well as like a Pixar movie, where it's just like certain things make sense and they hold that through. It's just for the convenience of the time. But like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fun.
I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. I just got hit in the nostalgia.
Yeah.
It hits me right in the nostalgia. I like this movie. I don't even care. Like, as an adult now, I'm like, yeah. Throw some Spy Kids on once a year.
Yeah.
Once a year. Let's just throw some Spy Kids on. Like,
Right.
Spy Kids 2.
I draw a line there. Spy Kids, we're gonna throw some Spy Kids one on. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, kids.
Okay.
You're safe. I love it. 8 out of 10.
I mean, like out of like all the kids movies, I mean,
Yeah.
would there be other? I mean, like there's some pretty bad kids movies out there where
Absolutely.
you're like, I'm gonna suffer through this movie, for an hour and a half. Like this movie again.
You're not suffering as an adult.
It's an hour and a half long chase,
Right.
essentially.
If you're gonna watch it with your kid, I mean, yeah, it's worth watching with your kid.
Yeah.
What's your go-to like kids movie?
Oh man.
So like rewatch as an adult.
That's a hot question.
Oh, that's a tough. I mean, a rewatch. There's not many. I mean, Toy Story is always entertaining.
Solid.
I'm trying to jog my memory here. It's tough. I mean, maybe not movies, but grew up watching Dragon Ball Z. Like I'll watch that, but that's not necessarily a movie. But
They have movies for it.
yeah, I mean, I missed that boat. But
Pokemon?
yeah. Okay. All right. I'm glad you actually brought that up. I honestly believe the first Pokemon movie is a pretty good movie.
It's good. We did that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the concepts and everything. I think, if you're willing to,
Mewtwo in the whole haunted house scheme.
yeah. And if you're willing to just, if you know nothing about Pokemon, I think you get some good concepts out of that movie.
Yeah.
Friendship.
Yeah. I mean, it's no kids movie if the power of friendship doesn't solve.
I mean,
Exactly.
defeat the villain. Like
Adds up Andrew to make sure he's still alive until if he turns to stone or whatever.
So we actually did that movie a while ago. I didn't grow up with Pokemon. It was one of those kind of weird faux pas in my family where like Pokemon was too far. So I had the games in like high school, college, but like that was about it.
You missed the boat.
I did.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like it's just nostalgic, and
I did enjoy the movie,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
like 100% missed the boat.
Yeah.
100%.
So you're more Digimon. Yu-Gi-Oh! I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the shit because
It
I mean, like
is
if you thought Pokemon was bad, man, we're gonna send you to the dark realm. I mean, it's straight up satanic stuff. Like,
yeah, we got an Egyptian gods coming in on you.
No, my parents
People
were
getting possessed.
yeah,
my
it was like
parents
full
were-
paganism.
No, 100%. My parents would be more on board for Pokemon than they would Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
They were one of those that were like, oh, you can't read Harry Potter because it's going to be satanic.
yeah,
And then the Harry Potter movies came out. They enjoyed it and couldn't deny it.
yeah.
And so it's one of those where it's like, we just kind of played that balance.
You should have tried to sell it. Like, hey, I got a Dark Magician card here. I got Charizard, which
Which
can
route
I
we
keep?
going?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with one or the other. You gotta choose.
I went with Jackie Chan Adventures.
That's a solid one too.
So-
Talismans.
What was that? Was that the Medallion?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's the cartoon TV show.
Was it
in like
Oh,
late 90s,
White
early
Owl?
2000s?
Oh,
yeah.
I missed that. I missed that one.
Oh yeah, it's legit.
Oh, you should have missed it.
No, you shouldn't have. Go back and watch it. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Nostalgia for me. Hit or miss for everyone else.
Love my Jackie Chan buddy movie though.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Everyone, like Shanghai Noon,
Shanghai Nights,
Shanghai
Rush
Nights,
Hour.
all the rush hours.
Yeah.
40 days around the world. 80 days around the world.
8 days around the world.
Yeah, 1 or 2. What was it called?
I have some harsh words for that movie.
I'm just throwing it out there. I didn't seen it once.
That movie was kind of an FU to the upper class during that period of time.
Which one?
80 days around the world.
80 days.
Oh, sorry, what movie?
80 days around the world.
Oh, okay.
Jules Verne wrote that book as a kind of FU to the upper class during that time. As like, hey, not only the rich can afford to travel around the world, but anyone can. And so that was his kind of like his spite book. The first one with Peter Niven, I think, it's fine. The one with Jackie Chan, not as good. But like that book and that story has like such a context to it that's just missed in general. That's just my opinion.
I'm gonna have to go back and get some of my Jackie Chan movies I missed. There's a few.
Police Story.
Yeah.
Police Story and Drunken
Warrior.
Drunken
Master.
Warrior. Yeah.
Are those some of his like earlier
Yeah.
films? Yeah.
Drunken Master is like the one that set him on the stage
Mm.
for like comedy fighting.
He brings it back in Forbidden Kingdom.
Yeah. But Drunken Master, he's fighting in a way that he looks drunk, but he's fighting and it just looks fluid. It's fun. The villains are iconic to the movie. Solid recommend.
Yeah, I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Gabby, if people want to find you, where can they find you? If you want them to find you, it's up to you. You cannot say anything if you don't want to.
I'm hidden, tucked away on a private
Underground.
Instagram, but
On the IG.
I'm on the gram, but it's nice that way. It's nice to lay low and pop in on a podcast where I just get to tear it up a little bit.
Sick. Yeah. Appreciate it. She is she's dead to the world right now, isn't she?
Yeah. Andrew, where can they find us?
The Backseat Critics at Instagram, YouTube, wherever you want to find us.
OnlyFans. You guys got an OnlyFans?
Yeah, find us wherever you want to find us. We'll be coming out with some merch soon, so stay tuned.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
Yeah, appreciate having you on.
Podcast.
We out.